Alright, I'm back again, and I've tried doing a few videos, and when I go to record them, I've just not been happy with the results, so they just get deleted. This is December 29th. Hope you had a good Christmas, if that's your thing. If not, whatever it is that is your thing, hope you enjoyed it. Trump has had a busy couple of days. Not only has he met with Netanyahu today, but he met with Zelensky as well. Or he's getting ready to meet with Zelensky. I thought he actually had already met with him. I know Netanyahu was today. But right on the cusp of it, allegedly there were some 91 drones sent to attack one of Putin's presidential palaces that were all intercepted and taken down. I say allegedly because it happened today. There's not been any confirmation of this information. Russia is saying they were Ukrainian. Ukraine is saying it's bullcrap. So I'm going to just lay it all out there for you. My thoughts on it. I honestly don't know who to believe, because could I see Russia faking it or even doing a false flag to derail peace talks? Absolutely. I could see them doing it. For the same reason that I could see the United States getting into a war. War is very profitable, and let's face it, there's plenty of politicians getting money from their respective versions of the military-industrial complex. That it would behoove them to try to do something to keep it going. There's many millions, if not billions, to be made. So let's not pretend that Russia, at the very least Putin and some of his ally buddies, they don't have any reason to do so. They do. Now let's flip it on to Ukraine. Why do I not believe Zelensky when he says Ukraine didn't do it? Excellent question. Well, I know I've done a few videos in the past on Ukraine and their lies. I believe there's been an instance or two involving missiles hitting Poland, where Ukraine pointed the finger and said, it was Russia, and come to find out, no, it was Ukraine. And I believe there was an incident within Ukraine in 2023 where they claimed Russia bombed a market, and last I heard, it's kind of hard to find because this is a spot that's been very recently quite active militarily. So finding articles from 2023 is a little difficult right now. But supposedly it came out that it was Ukraine hit their own market. Now, from what I gather, it was an accident, but they still tried to pike it off as Russia. So Ukraine has been known to lie about stuff like that. So is it possible that Ukraine tried to get a feather in their cap and take down one of Putin's homes? Absolutely. I could see them doing it. That would be one heck of a trophy. But when it didn't work out and they had no leverage, could I see Ukraine just trying to claim they had no knowledge of it, they didn't do anything, it was all Russia? Absolutely, because they have done similar things in the past. Now, keep in mind, when I'm saying these things, I'm not saying anything about the respective people in the country. I'm referring to the governments. I'm very much open about the fact that I question governments, including the United States government. It's one of the most American things you can do, questioning the government. They all have motives to lie. They all have the capacity to lie. They're quite well versed in lying. Especially when it suits their interests. So, yeah, at this point, until there is some further proof provided that these attacks actually did occur, and that they were from Ukraine, I'm going to keep an open mind. And if it was Ukraine, when they are entering into talks yet again, and they do something like that, I have no sympathy for them. That would be one of the dumbest things you could have done. And I know that's basically what Trump said when he found out about Putin, when Putin contacted him and said that he basically said that was the dumbest thing you could have done at the worst possible moment. So yes, if that is in fact what happened, I'm in agreement. I don't see why people are so upset by Trump saying that. Now, maybe he coulda, woulda, shoulda waited till we had confirmation instead of just taking it from the word of Putin. That would be the only qualm I have with what was said. But that doesn't mean that if Ukraine did this, that it was the dumbest thing ever. And in my opinion, getting rid of Zelensky as head of Ukraine, president of Ukraine, by impeachment or whatever, would be really the only way forward to have any type of peace between Russia and Ukraine. I think that would be about the only reasonable compromise I could come up with. Because if they do that, then it's absolutely obvious that Ukraine has no interest in actual peace with Russia if they're going to sabotage it in such a way. And I kind of feel the same way about Putin with Russia. If they did something like that to sabotage these talks, it'd be nice to get rid of, for Putin to be removed from office. But as I've said before, from my understanding, unless something has changed, his successor in waiting is that Medvedev, I believe that's how it's pronounced. I forget his first name, and he is far worse than Putin. Now, the succession plan may have changed, but if I had the choice between Putin and Medvedev, I would take Putin any day of the week. Anyway, I'll have some links down below in the description, kind of glossing over some things. Let me know what you think. Who do you think is behind the attack, or was there even an attack? Is this just a full-fledged propaganda, fabricated propaganda? Later.